Takata is a company that's done a lot of things wrong. It built defective seatbelts in the past. More recently, it built defective airbags, and it sure looks like it tried to cover this all up. Yet I am coming out in defense of Takata in its fight against a nationwide recall that's being pushed by NHTSA and the so-called safety advocates. First, why I support Takata's position. A nationwide recall would involve many millions of vehicles. There simply is not enough replacement airbags to fill that need, and there probably will not be enough for a couple of years. We know that these airbags fail in hot climates with high humidity. That's where Takata wants to concentrate its effort, which makes all the sense in the world. If a nationwide recall was announced, millions of owners would go to their dealerships, only to find that nothing could be fixed, maybe not for a year or two. Imagine the turmoil that would create. The fact that people cannot understand why Takata cannot simply flick a switch and fill the pipeline merely reflects how little Americans understand anything about manufacturing. Next, let me tell you a thing or two about these self-appointed, so-called safety advocates. They're little more than cheerleaders for the plaintiff's bar. They essentially sell lawyers information kits on how to sue car companies. In some cases, their cause can be legitimate, but they're prone to go off the deep end. Their histrionics on Toyota's sudden unintended acceleration was scandalous, a complete sham. So when these self-appointed so-called safety advocates come out in favor of a national recall that cannot possibly be fulfilled, I immediately become suspicious. Same goes for NHTSA. Here's an agency that's bungled its role badly. It did not catch the GM ignition switch problem, even though it had all the data at hand, and it put out press releases chock full of mistakes and misinformation on the cars involved in the Takata recall. So now the agency is trying to make up for lost time by coming out as the stern, scolding schoolmarm and demanding a national recall, which cannot possibly be met. Let me be clear, Takata screwed up royally and needs to be nailed to the wall. Ultimately, it will have to recall all those cars, but only when production lines can realistically fill the pipeline. For now, however, the company is right to fight against a national recall, and I hope they stand their ground. That's what I think, and I welcome your feedback.